Man like Robbie here. Welcome along to MLR Daily. Now, can anybody stop Chelsea? The Chelsea machine just keeps moving on. Yesterday, another victory, 3-1 over Swansea. Fabregas run the show, scoring his 300th goal. Costa and Pedro also on the score sheet. Llorente briefly had equalised for Swansea. And I'll tell you what, Swansea had a shout for a penalty, which for me looked absolutely nailed on. A handball. It was turned down and Chelsea went up the other end and scored through Pedro. A pivotal moment in the game, another referee decision that the referee got horribly wrong in my opinion. But Chelsea running out 3-1 winners, and who can stop them? It really does seem similar to last year when Leicester, everything was just falling into place. They didn't have, the distractions of European football and things like that. It's very similar with Chelsea this year. And not only that, Chelsea really taken advantage of the fact that all of their competitors in the chasing pack, none of them were playing yesterday. And Chelsea now, they can just put their feet up today, have a cigar, have a drink and just relax and watch the rest of the chasing pack. So it's really, really looking good for Chelsea. They could have the title in the bag by, the end of March. That's the way they're playing at the moment. A team that's not looking at the title but at survival at the moment is Crystal Palace, and they got a massive win yesterday over Middlesbrough, another team that are really struggling at the moment. Middlesbrough dropping like a stone towards that relegation zone. Goal by the new boy Patrick Van Aanholt. They paid a lot of money from Sunderland for him. Eyebrows were raised when they bought him, but Sam Allardyce, obviously knows the player from his time at Sunderland. Big goal by him and 1-0 win for Crystal Palace, and they really, really needed that. Sunderland, on the other hand, you can see nothing but relegation for them. David Moyes going back to his old stomping ground of Everton, losing 2-0, another goal for Lukaku. Lukaku's really on fire this season. What a player he is. But Sunderland now rock bottom of the table after that. Hull City didn't fare much better. They're playing Burnley at home. These are the games that they really need to take 3 points in. Burnley, good at home, but very poor on the road, but it ended up a 1-1 draw. So not the result that Hull City would have wanted. And another team that's really dropping at the moment is Bournemouth. Now, they went away to West Brom. Difficult place to go to, admittedly. Got the lead, but West Brom came from behind to win. They're really having a fantastic season under Tony Pulis. Really going under the radar what West Brom are doing at the moment. But 2-1 victors, and Bournemouth again. Just 5 points now off the relegation zone, and it's worrying times for Eddie Howe. I mean, a lot of people have been talking him up for this job and the Arsenal job, and at the moment, it's he needs to get the team into survival mode because they are really, really falling towards that relegation area. So they really got to get their act together. And the final game yesterday was Watford 1, West Ham 1. That one ended in a draw. Troy Deeney with another goal there. So those were the results from yesterday. Lots of news around still about this whole Claudio Ranieri thing. It's been a massive story, not just in the UK and in the Premier League, but right around the world. The players recently been coming under a lot of criticism because there is this rumour that the players got together with the owners. It's not even a rumour, it's a fact that the players spoke to the owners. Kasper Schmeichel's been saying that, we spoke to them, but that had no influence on him losing his job. Now, surely, if the owners do gather the players together and say, want to have a chat with them, surely, if the manager's not there when they're having that meeting, surely one of those questions to those players is going to be, what do you reckon then? Keep him? Do you like playing with him? Do you feel that you can get out of this relegation fight with him? I'm sure those questions would have come up. Kasper Schmeichel saying that it didn't really happen like that. Jamie Vardy coming out yesterday really strongly on the whole thing. Used his Instagram to put a statement out. This is what he said. Claudio's always and will always have my complete respect. There is speculation that I was involved in his dismissal, and this is completely untrue, unfounded, and extremely hurtful. The only thing we're guilty of as a team is underachieving, which we acknowledge both in the dressing room and publicly, and we will do our best to rectify this. And there's been other players tweeting this weekend similar things or saying thank you to Ranieri. Danny Simpson's been tweeting out, Wes Morgan's been tweeting out, but the fact remains that there was some sort of meeting and Ranieri's ended up getting a sack. And I'll tell you what, Leicester now, these players are going to be under a lot of pressure. That game tomorrow against Liverpool is massive. I can see the fans who've been right behind the team turning on those players if they don't deliver from now till the end of the season and blaming them for Ranieri's sacking. It's going to be... And then you look at Leicester and you're like, well, they haven't even got a new manager in place, which again just mystifies you about the sacking, because you think to yourself, all right, they sacked him, probably they had somebody straight away to come in. They haven't. It's a real strange one, and my thinking on it, this is just my thinking, I just feel that they thought that he'd get hammered away at Sevilla. They didn't. And the board are looking at it and say, well, supposing he wins the second leg against Sevilla and then we go through to the next round of the Champions League, how could we sack him then if we wanted to? And they've just taken action now. That's what I think about it. But it's really, really still gut-wrenching for Claudio Ranieri, and the story just keeps rumbling on. The big game today is Manchester United versus Southampton in the EFL Cup. The big boys will be out. Pogba, Ibrahimovic, they're all going to be on display today. These are the sort of games in which Manchester United have bought these guys for. And, you know, it's going to be a good game. Southampton will be no mugs. Remember, they've got all the way to the final without even conceding a goal. And Southampton will give a very good account of themselves. And, you know, they haven't really won nothing in their history, Southampton. So this is a big deal for them. And should be a really, really great game. I can't see Southampton getting past Man United, because for me, Man United just have too many really big game players in that team. However, if Southampton are going to win that game, it's really going to have to be on the counter-attack. Guys like Redmond and that, you know, Tadic, these guys are really on the money today. They've got a little bit of a chance, but I've got to go for Man United. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to us here on Man Like Robbie. We're also going to have people at the game today. Philip is going to be at the game today. There's going to be some live features, so look out for that. Live from the Man United Southampton game today, and she'll be down there interviewing fans after the game. So if you're down there, make sure you have a chat with Philippa. But we'll be back right about the same time tomorrow here for MLR Daily.
Man Like Robbie, fam, you don't know.